the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense heads onto the field for the first possession of this game. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quickly to the tight end. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions, and how you feel about this, playing your old squad, like it's something about it. I'm sure this nostalgia, all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now they'll run it to the right here. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? To the ground with the back. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's on target and complete. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. The offense changing the play. Little over anxious out of the stance early, and it's a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. The snap sets up the throw. Fires to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Looking to fire. Got his man. Across the 25, he's got room. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. And here comes the offense on second down. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty.
False start on offense.
Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. Second down coming up. Wants to go up top. It's caught. It's Randall. Corralled and brought down by the defense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He unleashes a long one. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Seminoles offense headed onto the field. Now a first look at them today. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up.
Turning it on! He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand the ball.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. I can't think of anything that frustrates an offensive coordinator more than holding the ball a long time and having no points to show for it, David.
And Reese, first downs, yards, that's not even what they look at anymore. Yards don't really matter. You got to execute in those critical areas on the field and get points on the board.
Yeah, it was mental errors on that last drive, too, that led to negative plays. They got to get those things erased and pull it back together here on this drive. We'll put some points up on the board.
This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Hand off from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that.
He'll take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, Dave, and gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, and stuffing the run.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Noles will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Power football with the run. Oh, he's got some space. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a 1st down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. They think they can create space here with the run to the right.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He wants to take the top off. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they got it on the 22. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Made the grab and took it on in for the
so he can get one after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
Pass to 45. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Seminoles just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. To the air on first down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown Seminoles. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
He does a really nice job getting the snap, getting the ball to his wide receiver in stride so he continued to run full speed and make all those yards after the catch and getting all the way to the end zone.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Wake Forest is getting blitzed right now at home in front of that loyal fan base. Loyal, but my goodness, that's being tested today. They're trailing by 16 to Pittsburgh. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking for a deep man. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. You know, the numbers for Notre Dame receivers aren't always prolific, but you think of Tim Brown, Rocket Ismail, Jeff Samardzija. They've had a lot of tremendous receivers. This guy fits right in that category.
Yeah, and when you think about those guys in Notre Dame history, those are all guys that you throw it near and they're going to catch it. And he seems to come up with the ball when it comes near him. I'm going to feature him. He's going to be the guy that I'm going to go after because I know if it's him on somebody else or it's a 50-50 ball, it ain't 50-50 anymore. He's going to come.
There he goes. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run. I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab over the middle. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Looking to fire. There's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Makes the grab. Not enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. From the gun, he leads it with the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
It gets closer and closer to the end zone right here. You know what's coming as a defense. The offense has to be physical, and they were. And the back knew exactly where they had to get 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got the back over the middle. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
I love defenses that can mix it up between man and zone, and I love the vision right here by the cornerback, seeing the quarterback the whole way, breaking on the football when that hand separates from the other hand. Nice job getting the deflection. Nice vision by that.
Fires and picked off.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
Looking downfield on first down. It's complete to the left. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Going to swing it on second down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Caught.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to
Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in South Bend. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem. I don't think this defense has the solution.
On first down. It's complete on the right side. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. He'll keep it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options. He's going to run the football. They were dialed in. He got that second.
On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. They're working that left side. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. And the Noles will have it first and 10. The play-action fake. Tight end finds a soft spot.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Seminoles are rolling down the field. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Touchdown, Florida State. And here they come, almost all the way back. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, Dave.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all season to get on the same page. You can see he hits them in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
On the move from inside his 5. He gets a block. This guy is so dangerous. He excellent vision to find the lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Might be calling a hot route. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. First and 10 coming up. Leaves it with the back. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep the...
Breaks into the open. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, increase for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
I'm going to go back to that.
Throws for the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. There's certainly still a hill to climb, and they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on this last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down will be the last resort. With the catch, it's Potts. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. The Seminoles will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Hauls it in, looking for space. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
He's going for it all. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. And another huge play in the passing game. Shades of Golden Tate or Will Fuller. That yards per catch can be off the charts.
I mean, you're talking about a guy that can go deep and make huge plays. I tell you what, this Notre Dame offense could be so great. If you continue to find that guy and he keeps putting up big numbers, everything else for this offense will open up and it will be so easy.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Turning it on. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. A huge pickup on this play. They finally get him out of bounds, and that is some kind of way to wrap up the third quarter. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Quarterback will keep it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
3rd and goal, the offense still trying to run the football here, and how about the individual effort up front by this defender, getting penetration and now setting up 4th down.
This defense trying to stand tall on 4th and goal from the 2. He'll set up to throw. He wants it all. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. They'll give it to the back. Breaks the tackle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Seminoles come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The give to the back. He has the first and still on his feet. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Running game got it done on the last play. Now it's first down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Oh, he's got some space. He was on his way. He could smell it. He gets it inside the 10. They stop him at the 9. That was just an open alley for that back. I don't think he was touched once before the tackle.
So he wouldn't even been down in 2 untouched?
No. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 2nd and goal. Makes the catch. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
Go to the end zone, picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
This is so interesting. interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. They march to the red zone, and here they go. Going for it all. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of
And they add 6 more to go over that trip to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. With that latest touchdown pass, might be a good time to mention Brady Quinn threw 6 touchdown passes against BYU. That record might be in jeopardy.
And that's a good day. If you're starting to talk about that already, you know he's spinning it. He's in the zone. He's feeling it, reading the defense, everything coming out on target. He is having himself a day.
Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab on the left. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Noles want to move quickly.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Seminoles in a good spot here with second and short. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Offense in a split backfield. Second down, he'll throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. The Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Lost to throw again. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Noles! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. The give and tick, 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 tick. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll leave it with him. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Hands it off. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with